Imagine if villagers and illagers were simulated by players in Minecraft with villager professions, illager classes, and 100 players split into 2 teams. Well, today, I created a public server with a massive island to test how players would portray the conflict between villagers and illagers. Over time, villagers will have to improve their defenses to protect their village belle from illagers, and illagers will also have to upgrade their gear to get prepared for the final raid. Players are also set to hardcore mode, meaning they only have 1 life, so these players would need to progress quickly. After all, they only have 20 Minecraft days to complete the simulation. Starting with the Illager civilization, you might have noticed they all look the same and they have no items. Around their base, I hid 50 weapons from 3 different types of classes that illagers can choose from. Crossbows for pillagers, iron axes for vindicators, and spellcasting wands for evokers. Illagers can't craft items, so they're stuck with these weapons. They also can't break blocks, so they need ravagers to overcome villager defenses. And they don't know the location of the villagers, so they have to find them as well. Speaking of the villager civilization, 3 different professions had already been assigned to 3 random people. A blacksmith for weaponry and armory, a cartographer for mapping the area, and a butcher to supply food. The rest of the villagers have no professions and are responsible for protecting the village. Since they can't craft items just like illagers, they have to get emeralds so that they can trade with the blacksmith and the butcher to progress. Every time they trade, the traders can level up and unlock better gear and food to sell.
Guys, if the blacksmith dies, we're done. Should we lock him up or something? Sorry, dude.
In the meantime, illagers started to search for the weapons. Guys, just to give you a tip, I distributed the weapons around the mineshaft, the mansion, and the rest of the forest, just so you know. After I said that, they decided to split into 3 groups to look for the weapons. After a while, the group in the forest came across the Ravagers, waiting to be tamed by the Illagers. In order to tame the Ravagers, the Illagers had to fight the boss waiting for them inside the mansion and drop saddles to be used on the Ravagers. But, of course, that's not gonna happen before they gear up. For now, they'll keep moving around the map looking for the weapons. The villagers had already started mining emeralds to start trading. Not only were they looking for emeralds, but also for iron to make iron golems. Iron golems may be the only ones to be able to kill the Ravagers, so it's essential the villagers have enough of them when they get raided. In the meantime, the blacksmith and the butcher were reinforcing the walls around the bell, while also trading with the villagers at the same time. The cartographer decided it would be a good idea to expand the minimap while everybody is busy with the village. He was also checking if there's any illager nearby. At the illager base, things were going great too. Some of the players managed to find weapons and claim their classes. So now, what do you think they should do next? A. Keep finding more weapons. B. Focus on locating the villagers. Or C. Fight the boss. Well, the logical option would be A, but the players were a little too confident with themselves and went with the option C. They're trying to fight the boss already? There's literally 3 of them and the boss is like 1,000 hearts or something. Of course, I wasn't expecting only 3 of them to be able to beat the boss. All of the players died in the process, while the ones watching the fight managed to escape. They were already outnumbered by the villagers even though the raid hadn't even started yet. The rest of the players then decided to keep searching for the weapons, while some of them were still looking for the villagers all around the island. At this point, villagers had made quite a lot of progress, especially with the iron ores. Oh man, look at them, they're so happy, they're celebrating. Traders also managed to level up and were now selling better items. Villagers were slowly starting to buy armor and weapons from the blacksmith. The butcher could now sell cooked chicken instead of raw chicken. Meanwhile, some villagers had an idea to distract the illagers to waste their time. They thought it would be a good idea to build a fake base somewhere in the island to keep illagers away from the real village. So they started placing walls around an empty area. I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but we'll see. I admit it's kinda clever though. I realized the villagers were making progress much faster than the illagers, so I decided to mess with them. Well, I think this may slow them down a little bit. Let's see who's gonna find it first. After a couple of minutes, one of the villagers found the potion and drank it. The potion converted him into a witch and he had no control over it. The witch then ended up killing 2 of the villagers. Well, I was expecting it to kill more than 2. While the villagers were busy with the witch, illagers managed to find all the hidden weapons and were now ready to face the boss.
I got him.
Go, 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 go! The Illagers killed the boss and dropped 5 saddles. They then used the saddles to tame the Ravagers, so they were finally ready for the raid. In the meantime, the Illagers on patrol discovered the villagers' location, or at least they thought they did. Bro, they're sharing the coordinates of the fake base. Back at the real village, all of the villagers now had full iron armor. The blacksmith leveled up so fast that even some of the villagers managed to get their hands on diamond armor and swords, and started enchanting them using the books they bought from the blacksmith.
Guys, they're at the fake village.
The Illagers were busy with taking down the walls of the fake village. Some of them didn't understand why there was no one on the walls defending the village. I think they're about to find out it's fake. Oh, they're inside now. They're so confused.
Bro, it's fake.
Bruh.
They had less than 2 days to find the location of the villagers and ring the bell. It didn't take them long to find the real village though, cause they had already checked most of the island at that point.
Yes.
Go, 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 go.
Guys, they're coming. I see them on the map.
At this point, villagers had lots of iron golems to protect themselves against the Ravagers. Most of them also had diamond armor and swords, some of them being enchanted. Villagers positioned themselves on the wall and started attacking the Illagers. They had built 3 layers of cobblestone wall, so Illagers had to go through them first.
Oh my god.
Yes.
While the Ravagers were trying to break the walls, Evokers and Pillagers were attacking the villagers. Bro, this is insane, look at that.
Guys, come back. They're getting in.
After a while, the Illagers broke through the second wall too, and only the last one was left. The villagers were stuck in the middle of the village. They were trying to place more cobblestone, but the Ravagers could destroy multiple layers of cobblestone at once, so it meant nothing. In 3, 2, 1... Whoa. It was a chaotic war inside the village. Even though the villagers' armor and weapons were powerful, the Illagers had much more health compared to villagers and also had special weapons. Like, Vindicators could literally 2 to 3 hit some villagers, and it was insane. The Butcher and the Cartographer didn't last long since they had no weapons. While the Blacksmith was still next to the bell hiding from the Illagers, Iron Golems were doing a great job defending the village. They also managed to kill some of the Ravagers, making it harder for Illagers to break blocks. After a while, only 3 villagers and 4 Illagers were left. The villagers were hiding next to the bell, hoping they could stay alive till the time's up. The Illagers were trying to break the wall while also attacking the villagers from the gaps. And finally, they were able to get inside and kill the remaining villagers and ring the bell.
Yes.
In the end, the villagers proved to be less powerful than the Illagers and they lost. Like and subscribe.